Good morning, students. Yeah, we have with us our principal, Professor C. Nataraju sir, who will be addressing you about the government scheme for girl students especially. So he would like to address each one of you, and please contact Dr. Bindia after sir's session if you have the eligibility criteria. So please.
ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಗುರುಪರಂಪರೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ದೇಶಿಕೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಬೇಡುತ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಟು ಬಿ ಹಿಯರ್ for addressing you people, first year students. Maybe you have seen me in the freshers day. Okay. How is going on induction program? It's okay. Are you satisfied? You want little ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಬೇಕಾ? ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು can give the feedbacks to our coordinators, Professor Bindya and Professor Hema. ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕು ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಯೋಗ, ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗಿವ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ coordinators. Now today, just I came for another only 5 minutes. Maybe how many of you know that 3-4 days back there is a program launched by the government of Karnataka and Ajim Premji Foundation, Scholarship Foundation, Deepika, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಆರ್ ಯು ಅವೇರ್? ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒಂದು ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆಫ್ collegiate education address the all principals and vice chancellors. Needy students, needy in the sense those who are studied in government schools, SSLC government schoolal ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, PUC government or government aided ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, irrespective of caste, irrespective of income, no there is no bars. ಯಾವುದು ಏನೋ ಇವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೀಡ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಧರ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ government school and government college. It may be aided college, it may be those who are lateral entry ಬಂದಿರೋರು, ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ಮುಗಿಸ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ತುಂಬ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್, ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ 2,50,000 ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಜಿಮ್ ಪ್ರೇಮ್ಜಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅವರು. ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸತ್ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಕ್ಕಳು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರೋರು ಇದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಮ್ಮ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಿಂದ್ಯಾ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶಿವಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಈಸ್ HOD ಆಫ್ IS ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್. ಅವರು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶಿವಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಅಂತ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅವರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ನಾವು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ನೀವು 30th ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತ ನಾವು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಅಜಿಮ್ ಪ್ರೇಮ್ಜಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೇನಾದರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅದು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. Again, I wish you all, I wish your even parents, proud parents, JCE, JSSST ಬಂದು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು 4 years ಜರ್ನಿ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ಸು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಟೀಚರ್ಸು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರು, ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ರೋಟ್ರೀಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದೊಳ್ಳೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು. ಜೆ ಸಿ 62 ವರ್ಷದ ಒಂದು ಲೆಗಾಸಿ ಇದೆ. 62 ವರ್ಷ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ. 62 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿರೋದು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನೂ ಇದೆ, 9 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. I wish all the best for you as well as your proud parents who admitted you in our prestige institution. Thank you, Ananda. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. More information, even you can contact scholarship section also. ಜೊತೆಗೆ IS HOD Professor Shivaprakash ಮೇಡಮ್ಗೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. We'll meet once again. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon Professor H.G. Vivek Prasad onto the stage. Professor H.G. Vivek Prasad, Assistant Professor in the Department of Construction Technology and Management, will be giving you a very different topic, prosperity with harmony. So, the floor is open to you, sir.
Just a second. So good afternoon. So to one and all. So I hope you are enjoying your student induction program. Enjoy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? I'm not able to hear you.
Yes, sir.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? Yes or no? Thank you, very good. So coordinators will be very happy because they have organized, taken a lot of efforts to do all these things. Fine. So before I start, I would like to seek the blessings of His Holiness and Sutur Guru Parampara. So my lecture will be on, rather than lecture, this will be just interaction. I would like to call it as more of interaction, and I would like you all to be part of this discussions. So here we are in a journey of exploring things. We'll keep on exploring things for the next 1 hour or so. So here we'll be having this journey of prosperity through harmony, a journey of self, society, and nature. Yeah. So this lecture will be discussed in 3 stages.
No, sir, you cannot go because you will be out of the stream.
Okay, fine. Yeah, the lecture will be split into these 3 stages. So one, how to achieve harmony and prosperity in self. Second will be on how to achieve harmony and prosperity with society. And the third, achieving harmony and prosperity with rest of the nature. Yeah. So this, I think, has been introduced to you in the previous lectures. However, for the sake of understanding, couple of slides discussions with the previous things. So in this lecture series, so I'll be giving you some proposals, which we call it as proposals, and these proposals one can accept, reject, or do anything. So how do we accept these proposals? That's the next question. So any proposal to be accepted can happen in two stages. One, you have to verify it on the basis of your natural acceptance, and the second, we have to have some experimental validation. So experimental validation, how can I achieve it? We can achieve it through by living according to it. By living according to it, we will check with the behavior of the other human beings. If it gives mutual happiness to both of us, yes, that's the right understanding. And the other way is work with the rest of the nature. If it leads towards mutual prosperity for both the persons, yes, that's the right understanding. So whatever proposals I'm going to make, either it will be accepted or rejected. But however, if you are accepting, it should be with this process only. Okay. So next, basic things. What do you mean by happiness? Happiness is nothing but to be in the state of harmony. That's the definition of happiness. And unhappiness is something called as to be forced in a state of contradiction. So always in a state of contradiction will leads towards unhappiness. Do you agree with this or no? Anything? Any idea about this? These statements. Unhappiness is nothing but to be in the state of, to be forced to be in the state of contradiction. Contradiction andre eno? Huh? Contradictions. Sorry? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ louder. Huh? Against any ideology. Fine. Good. It's nothing but, say, something like to be in a confused state. Say, while coming, I saw an accident. Just as an example, I was becoming late to the lecture, so I rushed away to the lecture. After the situation, in my mind, I start realizing I should have stopped my vehicle and I should have helped that person. This situation is nothing but being in a state of contradiction. Will this lead towards happiness? No, it will always lead towards unhappiness for any person. Yeah, that's the meaning of it. Unhappiness is always nothing but to be forced in a state of contradiction. Then, there are two different things. Again, two terms, happiness and excitement. Are these two same or different? Are these two same? Different. Happiness and excitement. Different. Yeah, very good. So how do we differentiate this? What is excitement? What is happiness? Yeah, very good. Excitement is temporary. Say, yeah, we all wished RCB should win the cup. RCB won the cup. That was excitement. Very good. That was excitement. If that would have been considered as happiness, I should live happily till my death. Will that happen? It was something called as a momentary happiness. There is a difference. So happiness is different, and again, excitement is also different. So both are not the same terms. Prosperity. What do you mean by prosperity? So it's nothing but the feeling of having or producing more than required physical facility. How much I require, if I have beyond that, that is nothing but called as prosperity. These are few introductions to this lectures. So again, maybe which has been also discussed across in the previous lectures, but however, just to recap few things. Now, moving further, so with respect to current discussions, the first proposal which I'm going to make is with respect to self. And here, in order to understand a human being, the first proposal is human being is coexistence of self and body. Do you agree with this proposal? Do you reject this proposal? So, if you agree, one has to agree through natural acceptance. Or the other way is, you have to verify this proposal. How do I verify this proposal? First question, is this proposal right or wrong? The proposal is human being is coexistence of self and body. Nothing but human being consists of two entities. One is called as self and the another is called as body. Is it so? Is it right? Or is it wrong? Huh? Right. Very good. Elaborate on it. There is only one person. How we can call it as two entities? As long as a person is alive, we call the person by name. Once the person dies, we call it, bring that body here. True, right? Yeah, fine. So, apart from that, few more discussions to understand this concept more detail. So, we'll understand the needs of body and self. So, how to classify, how to understand these concepts in a more better way. So, first, the needs of self and needs of body. Needs of self is basically happiness, whereas needs of body is physical facility, something called as, say for a happiness, something called, I can give it as an example as respect, and for a body, we can give a physical facility as an example of food. It can be anything, food, clothing, shelter, you can take all those things. Fine. So, this happiness for any person, is it required in a continuous time or is it required in a limited time? Continuous. It is the requirement of self or is it the requirement of body? It is the requirement of self. Why? Because everyone needs respect. Everyone, each one of us. If you are respected today and if you are disrespected tomorrow, will you feel happy or will you feel something else? Something else, bored or irritated, things like that. So this happiness, in order to be happiness, a person requires respect, and that respect a person will be getting through, and it is required with continuous with respect to time. But when we come across with body, I told we require this physical facility, say something like food, shelter, etc., all those things. I am telling it is required in temporary. Is it acceptable? Food I require daily. Water I require daily. How can this be called as temporary? Yeah, very good. Food is not required for the entire day. Morning I had a food. I had sufficient food. I am happy. Now I do not require any food. Water I require to drink when it is required. When there is a need, I will drink it. I will keep it aside. Continuously for 24 hours, I am not drinking water or having food. Whereas the other thing, example, respect. Is it required in continuous? Or is it something like today you respect, next minute disrespect? Will you feel happier? No one feels happier. Even this respect is required even for small kids too. Have you experimented this? Go to a small kid, you just shout at it. Will it talk with you? Will it turn back to you? Even a small kid requires respect. Never ever think that only adults require respect. Only those guys require respect. Not like that. Any person requires respect. And that respect is required in a continuous state. First classification. Second thing, if we measure in quantity, for the needs of self, it's a qualitative. That is nothing but it's just a feeling. Respect is a feeling. Can I measure it? Can I call something like, I need 1 kg of respect? Can I tell something, I require half kg of respect? Today you provide me half kg of respect, tomorrow you provide me quarter kg of respect. Everyone will laugh at it, right? So, it is something like qualitative. It is feeling. When it comes to the body, it is measurable. I can measure the quantity of food, what I require. Yes, I do agree. The quantity do vary from person to person. Small kid might require 100 grams of food, rice, whereas an aged person might require again 100 grams of food. A person in the middle age may require half a kg of food, but it's measurable. I require clothes. Yes, fine. Clothes is required for the body. I can measure the number of clothes, how much I require. It is quantitative. That is nothing but we can measure whatever requirements of the bodies are there. It is measurable. So this is basically the quantity with the self, whatever is required. It is that qualitative, that feeling, what we get is through right understanding and right feeling. So if you look into my first slide, second slide, wherein you can see that how do I attain that right understanding? Any proposal, you need to have to verify it through your natural acceptance. If it is yes, it is fine. That's nothing but your right understanding. If not, you have to verify this. So these are, we are verifying things. Okay. Then the quantity, the self requirements are in quantity, it is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. Whereas when the requirements of the body, it is basically fulfilled by physiochemical things. Physiochemical things antandre anything. It can be food, it can be water, it can be clothes, it can be a vehicle to come from your home to the college, anything. A home to live in, to safeguard myself, to safeguard. Why do we require a home? To safeguard our body from external forces of nature, right? Yeah. So bodies in quantity, it is always required in something called as physiochemical things. The next stage. So activity, what are the activities of the self? There are basically three activities: desire, thought, expectations. And these activities are required continuously. What do you mean by desires, thought, expectations? An example for it. Last year for Deepavali or for my birthday, my grandmother gave me a nice jamun. What has started in your mind? You went up to last year thinking about that jamun or that sweet, how fluffy it was, how tasty it was. Physically, where are you? Here. Where is yourself? Eating that food, enjoying that last year's sweets. What are those? Desires, thoughts, expectations. I had a desire to have it last year. I had this. There I got a thought and I just moved on with those expectations. With those expectations, I'm expecting even this year also I require a similar treatment. If I get a similar treatment, that I feel it as respect. So I require it continuously. Whose requirement is it? Is it the requirement of self or is it the requirement of body? It is the requirement of self. So that's why these things are continuous. The power of self. You can also understand the power of self. Sitting here, it can go back for 1 year and think about it. What things has happened, how things have moved, everything. Okay. So, and again, that's why it is required in continuous quantity, continuously. Whereas when it comes for body, it requires, yeah, I do agree. It requires eating, sleeping, walking. And again, all these things are intemporary. Aita, morning I ate, fine, I'm happy with it. Body is fine. I'm comfortable sitting over here. I had a sleep yesterday night, very good sleep. So I'm comfortable sitting over here. Continuously, I'm not doing it, these activities, either eating, sleeping, or walking. Walk, I had a walk. Exercise required for the body, I done it. Comfortable now. So, and again, if I cannot do all these things continuously. If I do it continuously, my body gets strained. Okay. So these are few more things to discuss about the proposal. Interestingly, you can ask few more questions here. If I do not breathe, I will not be alive. Isn't it a continuous activity? This question you should have asked me, right? If my heart do not pump blood, I am considered as dead. My proposal should be wrong, right? The earlier proposal, what I told, comprised of two entities, self and body. Consists of two entities, self and body. Should have been wrong, right? It is wrong, right? It is wrong or right? Confused. Yeah, we'll keep on exploring. That's why we are here. See, just think, for again breathing, it gets split up. It's breathe in and breathe out. Continuously I'm not breathing in, or continuously I'm not breathing out. Similarly with the heart. It pumps in blood, pump out blood. It's not continuous. Compare this with your desires, thoughts, and expectations. It's always continuous. So human being consists of two entities. One is self and the other is body. Yeah. So another proposal with these discussions, can I give this proposal? Something called as needs of the self or conscious entity, whereas needs of the body are material entity. How many of you do you accept this proposal? If yes, raise your hands. If you do not raise, I will consider it as no. ಎತ್ಬೋದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. There are few persons. It's okay. We can have these explorations, continuous explorations. So we'll keep on having these explorations. So this subject, these topics of discussion do not end over here. We also have these discussions in continuation to your third semester and again in the fourth semester or in the fourth semester, depending upon the stream of course which you have taken. So we'll keep on exploring this. This is just an introductory discussions. Okay. So right now, the proposal is needs of the self are conscious entities, whereas needs of the body are material entity. Conscious entities are nothing but thinking things, whereas material things are the other materials. Say the dress I wear, the clothes, all those things are material entities. So how we are at the current situation. So I talked about the journey of self, right? So at what stage we are, how we are thinking. So current situation is gross misunderstanding what we are having. We assume that human being is equal to self and he is equal to body. We never recognize it as two different entities. We recognize it as single entity. Human being is considered to be self, which is equivalent to body. So the need of this respect, the need of this self is respect, fine. And that respect, we get it through a physical facility. What do you mean by physical facility? Clothes we wear, shoes we wear, anything, any physical facility. The houses we are in, built, the cars or vehicles which we use to walk around, to come around, all those things are physical facilities. So, and this respect we get in continuous because of this, and this physical facility we require in a continuous state. And this thing, this physical facility, we always believe that it's unlimited. So just think how much quantity of rice I can store at my home. For how much number of days? Can I stack it for 10 years, 100 years? There is a limitation. So the current misunderstanding is I get respect because of physical facility. I will be getting respect because of the clothes I wear. I will be getting respect if I come only through a vehicle, through my own transport. And this is required in a continuous thing. And this is required in unlimited quantity. So in order to have this in unlimited quantity, we always start accumulation of physical facility under unlimited things, and this leads towards deprivation. If any person is deprived, a person can think about, can he caught under that loop? The left one, bottom one, that loop. So accumulation, unlimited. So feeling of deprivation that I don't have enough, and effort for physical facility by any means. So I keep on putting efforts to attain physical facilities. I keep on putting efforts to have anything, any physical facility by any means. By hook or crook, I need to have this. Those are nothing but your physical facilities. If you are in the feeling of deprivation, just think, have I been caught in this loop? So accumulation, because any physical facility is available in unlimited quantity in the nature, so I should keep on accumulating it. If I keep on accumulating it, I will always feel it's because of unlimited quantity, I have to have more and more, and to achieve this more and more, I feel like I do not have much. I feel deprived. The first question which in any human values lecture will be asked is, how many pairs of dresses do you have in your wardrobe? How many of you can answer this exactly in this room? Sir, I have 6 pairs of clothes. Yeah, clothes are required. I do agree with it. I have 10 pairs of clothes in my wardrobe. How many of you can give a concrete answer like this? That leads towards deprivation. 90% of the clothes in the wardrobe gets unworn. We'll never wear it. Just think, just go to your home, check across your wardrobe. Fine. So, if not, we are caught in this loop of assuming that physical facility is everything, and physical facility is what I require, which gives me respect. So that thing will lead towards the end of the first topic set of discussions. Nothing but harmony with self. So if you are caught in that loop, you have to come out of that loop. Okay. Second, how to achieve harmony in society. So first stage, self, then comes family, then comes society, then comes nature. So here, after self, I'll be going to take you about with society. Okay. Society, what is society? It is nothing but, it is composed of many families living together, making collective effort for a common goal. See, each one of us have a common goal. To achieve that common goal, we live together. We put efforts to attain that. That is meant by term called as society. A few more definitions to understand these concepts. Families living together in a relationship of mutual fulfillment. This is nothing but each one of us to have a common goal. That is nothing called as society. So, individual After that, the next order is family. So in the second order, family, many families living together and they live in a relationship of mutual fulfillment. That's nothing but having common goals, which is nothing called as society. The second definition, second thing, people living together but not in relationship of mutual fulfillment. Person 1 has a different goal, person 2 has a different goal. That's nothing called as crowd. Each one of them having their own goals. Within a classroom, each person has different goals. That is nothing but called as crowd or a marketplace. In any market, it will always be noisy. Why it is so? It is a crowd because each one of them has a different goals. In a market, a person will be wishing to sell his product. Another person has a goal of buying the product. And another person will be having another goal of buying the best product. And another person will be having a goal of buying the product which cost with a high amount of money. And another person will be wishing to buy a product which is having a least cost. Goals are different. That's why it will be very noisy. It's something called as market, yeah, crowd. So people living together but not in relationship of mutual fulfillment, nothing but differing goals. They have different goals. That is called as crowd. The third thing, people living separately in oppositions or struggle. This is nothing called as a battlefield. Why does a war do occur? What is the reason behind it? Russia and Ukraine are fighting. We'll come to it. You will explore it. Fine. So, people living separately and both are in opposition. Whenever in a battlefield, both the persons will be in oppositions. Both the persons want to come, want to win. No one want to lose in any battlefields, right? Or do any person want to be in a battlefield to lose? No one will be willing to lose. Everyone wants to win. So because of that, both the parties are in opposition state. And because of that opposition, they are having conflicting goals and their goals are different from each other. So that's why it is called as a battlefield. Society, is it good to be in a society, or is it good to be in a crowd, or is it good to be in a battlefield for a person? Where do you want to stay? Society. Very good. So each one of us wishes to live in society. If I want to live in society, we should be having a common goal. India, we are all blessed to be in this part of the country. We always tell, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What does it mean? We consider the whole world as, yeah? So, we need to live in something like called as common goals, which is society. Moving further, yeah. The next proposal with reference to this society, in order to achieve harmony in society, the base of harmony in society is harmony in family, for which the base is harmony in human being. So first, one has to attain harmony within self. Then next, a person can attain harmony within family. Then a person can attain harmony within the society. It should go in that order only. One cannot achieve harmony in society without attaining harmony in the self. If I do not understand about myself, I cannot talk about another person's problems. Right? Explore. Basically, how a human goal should be there. We need to have right understanding and right feeling. This leads towards happiness, and this has to happen in each and every individual, not one person, every individual, each one of us. Then this happiness will lead towards prosperity. This prosperity will happen in every family. And through this, we can attain something called as fearlessness. Nothing but fearlessness andre trust in the society. With this only we can attain. If I have the right understanding and right feeling in myself, then I'll be thinking over prosperity. Nothing but mutual fulfillment. Okay. Then that prosperity has to come in each and every family. And through this, once it is required from each and every family, the next process automatically will be having something called as trust or fearlessness in the society, which we can attain. Once we attain this in this stage, then with the nature, we'll talk about coexistence or nothing but mutual fulfillment. This we have to attain with the nature. This is actually the human goal. But currently where we are, how we are thinking. Today, we have a gross misunderstanding telling something like, we have a basic assumption, something called as money is everything. If I have money, I'll get everything. Is it true? Think over. That money is a physiochemical thing. Okay. And again, these assumptions that money is everything is there in very few individuals. Not each and every person. It's with every individual. Then what that does is everyone wants to have accumulation of this. More and more, keep on accumulating money. That's an example. Or money that can be taken as anything. That can be money for a person, or another person can be taken as clothes. Another person can take it as food. Another person may think it as lands, anything. Okay. So accumulation by any means, whatever means measures I use, I want to have it. I will keep on accumulating it. This is happening there in few individuals. Only few persons are willing to have more and more accumulation of things. Okay. Then what is this leading towards? In few individuals, this is leading towards domination, exploitation, or fear, which is happening. So, domination, exploitation, and fear happens in the society, and this leads towards mastery and exploitation, where we do it over the nature. Coming back to this, assumptions that money is everything, this happens in every individual, accumulation by any means, and this is with few individuals. These ideologies will lead towards obsessions of consumptions. Obsession for consumption, Sandra, what do you mean by it? I need more and more. Person will be having obsessions for profit. Currently, what do you mean by profit? What is profit? I borrow money from you, I keep it with me, I will not spend it, that I consider as profit. Think over it. Yeah. And this will always lead towards sensual pleasures too. I will have more and more. Yeah. Coming back to the old example, what I give, a sweet made by your grandmother. You can have one sweet. Someone might having a very good capacity, he might take 10 sweets, fine. Beyond that, if your grandmother forces you to eat it, what will happen? After 10 sweets, the sweet which was giving you a sensual pleasure Before you started eating it, now it became ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಿನ್ನಿ ತಿನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? You will not be in a position to have it. The same sweet. Has the situation changed? Has the scenario changed over here? Same person, same room, all the persons in the same scenario, each one of us are standing. Fine. Scenario has not changed. The only thing changed is I have already eaten 10 jamuns. Now my grandmother is forcing to have me the 11th one, which is not acceptable for me. This is something, obsession for sensual pleasures. With these obsessions, can we attain the harmony? Then the another part, once these things do happen in every individual, next thing comes as domination, exploitation, fear. This happens in society. So because of which something called as terrorism and wars do take place. What is the main reason behind a war or a terrorism? One, either they need to dominate, or two, they have a fear. Someone will acquire my land. I have that fear. Then what I will do? I will take counteractive measures. I will declare a war on the other person. So domination, exploitation, fear, when we see all these things in the society, the outcome of this is terrorism or war. The last part, master and exploitation, when we start doing on this. So because of this fear, domination or exploitation, what we think, let me have more and more. So to have more and more, where do I get more and more? I have to ask the nature. I will keep on consuming from the nature. So once I start doing this, that's nothing but mastery and exploitation. This will happen over nature, and this we term something called as, at the end we talk, resource depletion and pollution. So what do you mean by resource depletion? So what is the definition of pollution? Pollution definition. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, we always talk. Air is polluted, water is polluted. Contamination is nothing but pollution. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? Any other definitions for pollution? Addition of unwanted things is nothing called as pollution. Fine. We'll explore. We have a few more slides to discuss. For that, we need to understand about nature. How to live with nature. How to live in harmony and prosperity with nature. So, before moving towards nature, what is basically happening? So, currently, we are living with a inhuman society, which is nothing, neither, it is either a crowd or a battlefield. From there, we have to transfer, we need to transfer to human society. So this slide basically describes that. So education, we need to have any proposals, you need to have a right understanding, and for that right understanding, you need to, either one has to accept through natural acceptance, or it has to be verified with other human beings or personal things. So with that, we can attain these things. So here, right understanding in the self, we have attained this. If we have not attained the right understanding in the self, I cannot be knowing about the relationship with human beings. And since I do not know it, it will always lead towards unhappiness, making others unhappy. Just to understand these, in order to drink, today morning maybe you might had a cup of milk morning when you wake up. So how many people are there who work so that you drink the cup of milk. Behind it. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹಾಲು ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಟೀ ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. How many persons are there behind? Explore. Is it only your mother or the cook? There are other peoples too. If you go deeper and deeper into it, we also borrow it from the nature too. Animal gives me milk, right? Animal is dependent upon nature. So it's not just one person or the person who brings me milk to my home or the person who prepares it. Beyond them, there are many persons. So if we connect all the persons, we can definitely attain something like a human society. That's nothing but relating each one of us. So currently we are obsessed, we do not have the right understanding and we not know how well we are in the relationship with other. Then, and with respect to physical facility, we don't know how we are exploiting it. This always leads toward deprivation and exploiting and deprivation. This consciousness, we call it as animal or inhuman consciousness. Currently, every person is with consciousness. From this, we have to move towards human consciousness. Okay. Then, the third part, how to attain harmony with the nature. That is with society, attain harmony with nature. What is nature? It is nothing but the collection of units. Simple definition of nature. So, so air, it consists of each and everything. Air, water, trees, soil. It also consists of animals, birds, animals, human being, human body, self, human beings, earth, sun, moon, metals. There are many other things too, which are there, which each one of them will be called as an unit, and all these units together, we call it as nature. So, all these units can be categorized into 4 units, which can be classified as animal order, human order, physical order, bio order, animal order, and last comes as human order. So, physical order antandre, it's basically soil, metals, such examples, anything. Second thing, bio order, it will be with plants, trees. Then animal order, animals, birds. Then human order, it's only human being. There are 4 orders in nature. And with this, one more proposal. Physical order, bio order, and animal order are enriching for human order, but human order without right understanding is not fulfilling for any of the 4 orders. Once human beings understand, they can be fulfilling for all the 4 orders. Is it true, right, wrong? I am taking from everything, from all, animal order. It can be either animal order, physical order, I am taking from bio order, and also I am taking from animal order too. How much I am contributing it back to enriching? That we shall explore. So, few more proposals. Between physical order and bio order, there is mutual fulfillment. These 2 things, physical order and bio order. Physical order, soil, and bio order, plants, they are mutually enriching each other. There is mutual fulfillment. And between animal order and bio order, there is also mutual fulfillment. Animal order is fulfilling the requirements of bio order, and bio order is also fulfilling the requirements of animal order. Okay, these two things are happening in cyclic, and these two things are enriching themselves. I'll just take you to the next slide, you can understand it better. So, with a simple example, say physical order, soil or metals, what happens to this physical order? Say soil helps a plant to grow, right? It absorbs the nutrients, whatever it has, so it can get. It will take all those nutrients, and those nutrients from soil will go to the roots of a plant or a tree, and that plant or a tree will absorb all the nutrients from the soil. It will grow, right? After that, what will happen? Plant will grow. What will do it? What will it do? Its leaves will fall over a period of time. Where does it go? It goes back to the soil. Isn't it enriching the soil? Whatever nutrients it has taken from the soil, it is giving back to the soil. Nutrients which a plant absorbed to grow from the soil, it is taking it and it is giving it back to the soil. So these two things are mutually enriching each other. Physical order and bio order. The second thing, bio order and animal order. How these two things are mutually enriching? With the same way. What is happening to these two things, bio order and animal order? Plants ಹೇಗೆ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಮರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು, say something like some fruit. How will it get multiplied? Yeah, very good. Through seeds. Who plucks and pours that seeds? Birds, animals. Isn't it mutually enriching each other? So, food is required even for animals too. It takes the food from a plant, it eats it, and throws the seed some other part. And from that other part, there again, from that seed, again another plant grows. So it's enriching. So animal order is enriching the bio order. In the meantime, even the soil is also taking part over here. Soil is also enriching the plant order, bio order, and bio order is being enriched by animal order, which all three are interdependent and they are enriching among themselves. There is no person who has to go and tell, you enrich this person, you enrich me. Nothing. It's happening cyclic in nature. Coming to the fourth order, human order, nothing but a human being. What are we doing? Are we enriching the other orders? Are we exploiting the other orders? We are exploiting the other orders. So human order has to give back to physical order. Human order has to give back to bio order, whatever he is absorbing, whatever he is taking, and human order has to give back to animal order too. Okay. Now, I only state this proposal. Present day problems are largely due to lack of understanding. Is it true or is it wrong? The problems which we are facing, is it because of lack of understanding or is it because of something else? The problems, whatever we are facing today, it's basically because of lack of understanding. To understand better, few more slides. ಸೊ ಆಗಲೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು, ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲೀಷನ್, pollution, what is the definition of it? Resource depletion, the resource is used at a rate which is faster than the rate at what it is being produced in the nature. That is nothing but resource depletion. So ನಾವು ಎನಿ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ನ ನೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲೀಷನ್. A tree to grow, it takes 100 of years. I cut it within a minute. Then what will happen? Definitely that will lead towards resource depletion. Pollution. It does not return back to the nature, or it is produced at a rate that is faster than the rate at which it can return to the cycle of nature. We always tell plastic pollutes the nature. Is it so? Is it plastic polluting the nature, or are we using more and more plastic before it gets depleted with the nature? Plastic also degrades. Wood also degrades. Paper also degrades. Fine. The amount of time required for degradation for paper and plastic, there's a huge variation. Plastic decomposes after 400 years. If I keep on producing plastic or utilizing plastic at a larger rate, that is leading towards pollution. Is it true? What I use more and more, which does not return to the cycle of nature, that is nothing termed as pollution. That cannot need be only plastic, that can be anything. Whatever material you use, if it goes back to the nature at an earlier stage, before it gets recycled, it never becomes pollution. In the olden days, people were using vehicles with fossil fuels. Nowadays also we are using vehicles with fossil fuels. But at that point of time, we are not calling it as air pollution. But now we call it as air pollution. Why? It's the amount of carbon monoxide what we are releasing is at a higher rate than it can be absorbed by nature. So, yeah, this is how the cycle should be there. So, human order should keep on contributing to animal order. It should also contribute to plant order. It should also contribute to physical order. So, human order is one among the orders. So, if you look into this pyramid, human order is a very small entity compared to the rest of the orders. But what we are doing is, we are thinking in the opposite way. We keep human order at the bottom, then comes physical order, then comes plant, then comes animal order, which is not leading us. Okay. So human order is one of the nature. So this is about it. Yeah. So yeah, before I stop, this is not an end to these discussions. So as I told, we'll continue these discussions at your third semester or at your fourth semester level. We also have examinations for it too, and it is also credited too. So this is just an introductory part. So we'll explore more and more in detail. So I will also be available in this campus. You will also be here in this campus. We can always explore this. So yeah, we'll just stop at this stage. If at all, if you have any queries, we can have a discussion. If not, still fine. I'll be here in this campus itself. So you can come to my cabin and we can have a discussion. You will also be there in this campus for the next 4 years for sure. Keep on exploring yourself.
Thank you, sir, for giving insights into how to be in harmony. And already in the first session, they have chosen to dream for their future. So, to achieve their dream, they'll have to need all these insights to how to be in harmony with the society. So, you all have had a very wonderful time. Thank you, sir, for making this all very happy. I now call Mrs. Shweta to give token of appreciation to Professor H.G. Vivek Prasad on behalf of JSS.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
So, for the first half, this is the end of the session. We all will meet at 2:30 in the afternoon in the same hall. Thank you.
ಹೇಗಾಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
How can we escape the loop of a physical facilities? Like you, as you said in the first part, the loop of physical facilities is like accumulation of like
More and more physical. See, one has to come out of the mindset of that see, how do you get respect? Is it because of the dress you wear, or is it because of your behavior?
like in today's generation, it's like because of the dress and
Each one of us, if thinking like that, that will lead towards keeping us in that loop. If each one of us thinks that respect is earned through the behavior, through self, then we can overcome it. Otherwise, we will get caught in that loop. It's not only, see again, only you understanding things will never make works. See, you will be the person who will be thinking that I can attain, I will be getting respect by my work. Whereas the other people will be thinking that I will be getting respect only through by appearance. This concept will never work. If each one of us start thinking in this direction, this concept will work. That's right.
So what about intelligence? As we know, like we require intelligence continuously, like
Yeah,
it
true.
is a permanent thing. So is it self or body?
Intelligence is a different thing. It is not for self, it is not for body. See, intelligence comes through skills.